Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here tonight for an episode hours in the making. Literally hours in the making. A last-minute audible has pulled the lovely and amazing Jay Borsum out of tonight's recording. In her place, the equally lovely, equally awesome, and amazingly furry John Speas. John, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking?
First of all, I would say happy 3/11 day to those of you who celebrate. May you change a lot and then some. I am doing well. I'm excited because this is a revenge game, a long time coming. And is it okay if I spoil the topic for Mr. Mott?
Well, we're doing a full-on. The revenge game will come later. This is a full-on regular recording, and then we're going to do 2 revenge games after this. Well, 1, maybe 2, depending on who wins.
Oh, well, then fuck what I said.
Well,
I just thought we were doing the revenge game.
That little revenge game, like a 15-minute revenge game?
Yeah, well, I thought that's what we were doing. I'm totally fine with it. I'm good. I just misunderstood what we were doing.
What happens when we plan last minute like this?
I'm actually excited now. That means just more trivia for me to lose. I am drinking. I decided tonight I'm going to have a cocktail. Ooh. And so I am having a cocktail made of cran grape juice and apple juice. And that's it. It's a juice cocktail. And you know what? It's actually pretty tasty.
We'll take that. Well, let's head on out to Huntsville, Alabama. Mike Mott, my friend. How you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing pretty well, although I was in a meeting at work today, and my boss's boss was in the meeting, and I accidentally called him dude at one point, so I'm still kind of reeling over that particular incident. He seemed to take it in stride, but it was just like, right after I said it, I was like, you just called the big man dude. What the hell? It was just one of those things. But overall, I can't complain. I have tonight, as far as drinks are concerned, I have the double high pitch IPA. It's an Imperial India Pale Ale from Highwire Brewing out of Asheville, North Carolina. 9% alcohol by volume. I've featured on the podcast before. It's delicious, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, there you go. I am going to kill a bottle tonight.
Ooh.
The only reason I say that is because I have another one of these downstairs that I'm going to open probably this weekend. Not a surprise here. I love this drink. This is Tippler's Reserve St. Pete Distillery right here in Florida. It's a 50-50 mix of their orange liqueur and their local bourbon. And this stuff is really dangerous. And that bottle is gone. It's empty.
Tippler, I hardly know her.
Oh, Lord. And just a couple of pours in there. So, cheers, everybody.
Salud.
I got the orange covered for you there, John. So, I almost called you Adam, and you look nothing alike.
No,
bad.
Although this has been
much more handsome.
This has been a very Speas-filled day for me because I was catching up on oh my gosh. Throwback Trivia Takedown, TTT.
Oh.
This morning and afternoon. I was like, TTT, what the hell does it stand for? I haven't even drank anything tonight.
Sometimes I forget to.
TTT, PTE, TNA, it's all the same thing.
Yep.
Well, we're going to jump into tonight's game. It's Mike versus John. John, for the pregame, do you want odds or evens?
I like those odds.
Mike, you're going to get the evens then.
Oh, but I can't even.
Oh, Lord. 4 years of these jokes.
Yep.
5.
And it ain't stopping.
5.5. No, 6.5.
Are we doing this show for that long?
2018. Yep. October 2018.
Oh, my Lord. Well, we might have done this pregame then. Who knows? We're running out of material here. All right. It's not going to surprise either one of you that California produces more wine than any state in the U.S. But are these states in the top 10? So we're looking for the top 10 wine-producing states in the United States. John, you got odds. Your first state is Pennsylvania.
I could see Pennsylvania. And there's a lot of like farmland in there. I'm gonna say yes.
Pennsylvania checks in at number 5. Yes is a correct answer.
Nice job.
Mike, that means your state is going to be Florida.
Well, I know Florida does some interesting wines. Not all grape wines. They have like orange wines and different things like that. And it's a big state. Very similar to what John said. It's got a lot of land. So I'm going to say yes.
Oh no, Florida is not on that list. We rank very high on the list for meth, though. So
easy mistake to make.
John, you're gonna get New Jersey. New Jersey is a sneaky bitch, and I know they actually have quite a bit of farmland there, especially in like the central area. I'm gonna say yes.
New Jersey is not, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's outside the top 10. I think it came at like number 12 or 13.
I don't. You know
Mike,
what?
going back to you, you're going to get New York.
New York, again, tons of space, once you get what everyone calls upstate, but is pretty much everything in New York that's not New York City. There's a lot of land. So I'm going to say yes.
New York is on the list. It checked in at number 3. Nicely done. Wow. Nicely done, Mike. You're on the board. John, we're going to see if we can get your second point. Your state is Kentucky. I'm going to say no. Kentucky checks in at number 9.
Huh.
There's not a lot to do there's not a lot to do in Kentucky other than drink, and they apparently don't really. They don't care which one they go with because they have a lot of beer there too. Mike, he got Kentucky. You're getting Michigan.
Something about Michigan is just screaming no to me. It doesn't seem like they'd be on that top 10 list.
Oh, Michigan is checks in at number 7.
Okay.
Oh. John, question number 7 over to you. Your state is Texas.
Let's go with yes.
No, Texas is not on there. As I recall, Texas was close to the top 10, but not quite there. Yeah, Texas is actually number 11. So
just missed.
Mike, going over to you. Number 8 here. Your state is Vermont.
Ooh, Vermont. It's a small state, but it's not densely populated. I think the climate would actually be pretty good. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes.
Vermont, number 9 on the list. Nicely done, Mike.
Woo.
John, we're going to head over to you. John, you get Hawaii.
I mean, I think they would have some. I don't think that they would be like a top 10. I'm going to say no.
They are not. No is the correct answer. That means, Mike, we're going to end it with you. The last state on the list is For Lovers, Virginia.
One of my former home states. Started and ended with one of my former home states. On this particular one, Virginia. I could go either way. I'm trying to think of how many spots are left in the top 10 that we have, and I should have been taking notes. I'm going to say yes.
Number 10 with a bullet, Virginia is on there. Mike, you're going to pick up 3. John, you're picking up 2 coming out of the pregame. It's anybody's ball game as we go into our main game. Main game is 15 minutes, a non-stop barrage of trivia questions and answers. Those are going to happen too. John, you're currently trailing by 1. Do you want to go first or second in hot seat round 1?
Let's get it over with. I want to go first.
John is going to go first. Your 15 minutes will start after I read your first question. Gentlemen, good luck. John, Which New York Yankees player turned manager had a memorable game-winning hit in the 11th inning of Game 7 of the ALCS against the Boston Red Sox in 2003?
I'm going to say this with my whole chest. Fuck the Yankees. I know nothing about the team, so I don't even have an answer.
No, it'd be Aaron Boone. Mike, going over to you. Prior to Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, what show gave Adam Sandler his big break?
I thought you were going to ask for the name of that movie that he made before those two that even he disavows, I think, now. But I think you're looking for Saturday Night Live.
SNL, Saturday Night Live is correct. He doesn't disavow Airheads, right?
No. It's like called Going Overboard or something like that.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
John, going over to you. What animated science fiction film from 1999 blended traditional animation and computer animation and is the directorial debut of Brad Bird? It was based on a 1968 Ted Hughes novel.
1999? Is that the Iron Giant?
That is the Iron
Nice job.
Giant. Nicely
That
done.
always feels earlier than 99 to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Mike, the 1940s film The Shop Around the Corner heavily inspired what 90s rom-com?
You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail is correct. John, what is the most common type of star found in the Milky Way?
That would require me to remember what the different stars are.
That would help.
Yeah. I'm going to say a white dwarf.
Oh, you're close. Red dwarf is actually what we're looking for.
I'd have gone with yellow dwarf, so we would have both been close and yet wrong.
Mike, which of the following empires had no written language? The Incan, the Aztec, the Egyptian, or the Roman?
Ooh, it's definitely not the Egyptian or the Roman. I'm going to say the Aztec.
No, the Incan is what we're looking for there.
Damn it, changed it last
minute.
minute.
Got it wrong. John, what song earned Disney its first Academy Award for Best Original Song? Was it Zippity Doo Dah, When You Wish Upon a Star, or Hi Ho?
I'm going to go with When You Wish Upon a Star.
When You Wish Upon a Star is a correct answer. Mike, an old Yiddish proverb states that, quote, a nickel will get you on the subway, but what food will get you a seat?
I have no idea. A bagel?
Oh, no, garlic. Garlic will get you a seat.
Oh.
I get it now. Okay.
For some reason, I was thinking it was like gefilte fish or something.
Right.
John, in what decade was Kodak founded?
I have a feeling it's like a lot earlier than I would think. I'm going to say the 30s.
It's even earlier than that. Kodak dates back to the 1890s, 1892 to be precise.
Oh, for some reason I didn't think past 1900 because I didn't think that was an option. So, okay.
Yeah.
Mike, a polydactyl cat has what extra body part?
An extra toe?
Extra toe is correct. Don't know if Simba's a polydactyl cat, but they are a cyclops.
Yeah.
John, what two NFL teams are most associated with Thanksgiving Day football games?
Why am I getting all the sports questions? I have no idea. I've never watched football on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Guess?
Let's go with the Bills and the Jets.
Unfortunately not. That'd be the Cowboys and the Lions. Mike, finish the line from President Franklin Delano Roosevelt during his speech addressing the attack on Pearl Harbor. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941.
A date which will live in infamy.
I have it as a date that will live in infamy, not which, a date that. But I will flag that and come back. As you said it, I'm like, that's what I've always heard it as.
No, it is a day that. Yeah, I don't know why I said which, but anyway. So it depends on how pedantic you want to be.
I am pedantic because it's asking for a direct quote. So
okay, yeah, that's fine.
no points there. John, going over to you. John, may I have a large container of coffee is a popular mnemonic for remembering what?
I have no idea.
Count the letters in each one. 3, 1, 4. It's the digits of pi.
Well, for Pete's sake. Wow. I was going on the letters.
That is a tough one. Mike, going over to you next. Which recurring character from the Carol Burnett show got her own spin-off in 1983?
Can I just say Mama?
I will give that to you. Mama is fine.
Okay. That's what I was like. It's Mama. I don't know what else I would have put in there.
It's like Mama from Mama's Family. Like that's what I got.
It's a Mama Harper is what we're looking for.
Mama Harper. Okay.
It's Mama. All right. John, which island province in the Mediterranean Sea has a volcano that is over 10,000 feet tall?
Cyprus?
Oh, close. Sicily. Sicily is what we're looking for. Mike, in which style of horseback riding should the rider post during a trot? English or Western?
English.
English is correct. John.
Mike, do you even know what any of that meant?
Not a clue.
Yeah.
I spent the whole time after he got back to horseback riding. I just spent the rest of the time thinking, man, if Rowan Ward listens to this, they're going to be so disappointed in me.
Oh, they're going to be pissed.
Except I got it right, so yay.
John, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which Infinity Stone was located on Vormir?
The Soul Stone.
Soul Stone is correct. Mike, the dangerous element known as mercury has what chemical symbol?
HG.
HG. Well, you got that one right. That is the correct answer. John, what is the more common, albeit alarmist, term for the Africanized honeybee?
Killer bee?
Killer bee is a correct answer. Mike, what popular U.S. tourist destination's exterior consists of 142 stainless steel equilateral triangles?
U.S. tourist destination. Stainless steel equilateral triangles. Is it the pyramid in Memphis?
It is not. It's actually the Gateway Arch.
Oh, I didn't know that was made up of triangles. Interesting. Okay.
John, in which Middle Eastern country would you find the Negev Desert?
Saudi Arabia.
No, that'd be in Israel. Mike, I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal is a quote from what mustached character in a 2004 film?
Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy? That is correct. John, which country music star wrote the Whitney Houston song, I Will Always Love You?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is correct. Mike, which breed of giant spiders gets its name from a city in the heel of Italy's boot?
Tarantula?
Tarantula from Toronto, Italy is correct. John, Led Dighton, Leddighton, wrote a trilogy of books featuring the terms get, set, match in the 3 titles of these 3 books. What 3 European capital cities are also in those books' titles?
So I need 3 different capital cities?
3 different, sorry, not European, world capital cities. You know what? Give me one of the 3 world capital cities. So Led Dighton wrote a trilogy of books featuring the terms game, set, match in those 3 titles of those books. Name one of the 3 world capital cities that's also in those books' titles.
John, if it helps, it's Len Dighton.
No, it doesn't help at all. I've never heard of this guy. I've never heard of these books. So I'm just going to throw out a world capital and hopefully you wrote about it. Let's go with London.
London is a correct answer.
Oh, nice job.
All right, Mike, we're moving on to you. Mike, which Caribbean-born pop singer's real name is Robin Fenty?
Oh my gosh. Rihanna?
Rihanna is correct.
Bitch.
Can't believe it took
John.
me that long. I was like, I know this.
Roux-en-Y is a common type of surgery primarily aimed at what?
Roux-en-Y.
Roux, R-O-U-X, N-E-N-Y, the letter Y, is a common type of surgery primarily aimed at what? What's the goal of the surgery?
Oh. Nose job.
No, it's also known as a gastric bypass. It's to help aid in weight loss.
No.
Mike, the top 3 best-selling books of the 1990s were all novels featuring which fictional character?
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter is correct. John, what Florida city is the oldest city in the U.S. that is still around today?
St. Augustine?
St. Augustine is correct. Mike, what state is divided into 64 parishes, not counties?
Louisiana.
Louisiana is correct. John, Big Blue is the long-standing nickname for which tech company?
It's going to be a really obvious one, too. IBM?
IBM is correct.
Nice job.
Mike, a flat plate collector is used to capture what type of energy and convert it into thermal energy?
Solar energy?
Solar is correct. John, the Drake equation describes the probability of the existence of which type of civilization?
Pedophiles. I mean, sorry. Sorry, repeat the question.
I don't want to.
I'm not.
The Drake equation describes the probability of the existence of which type of civilization?
Aliens?
Aliens or extraterrestrials is correct. Mike.
Yeah, they're not like us.
I hope not. Mike, in which picturesque state is the Ironman World Championship held?
Hawaii?
Hawaii is correct. John, which hall is synonymous with the corrupt political group that ran New York City in the late 19th century?
Carnegie Hall?
No, it's Tammany Hall, actually.
Never heard of it.
Mike, Christina Aguilera famously fumbled the lyrics of the national anthem at a Super Bowl when she belted out which phrase?
Oh my gosh, I could not possibly tell you that.
Either give me the phrase that she belted out or the phrase that she meant to belt out.
Yeah. Through the perilous fight.
No, she actually belted out what so proudly we watched. And that brings us to the end of Hot Seat Round 1. Mike, you're picking up 13. John, you're picking up 9. Still anybody's game as your scores 16-11. Mike with a 5-point lead. That brings us to our halftime round. I am very excited about this question because I'm going to give you 4 minutes to write these down. So if you don't have a pen and paper, I would recommend that you grab one.
Try erase board. Close enough.
That'll work. I am going to give you 4 minutes. You're going to write down up to 13 answers. You will get 0 points for the first 3 correct answers you get. For every correct answer past 3, you will get 2 points apiece. You'll have 4 minutes to lock in those answers. Are you ready for your trivia question?
I guess.
Sure.
All right. There are 13 U.S. states that are located completely north of Mexico and south of Canada. That means the entirety of that state is both north of Mexico and south of Canada at their northernmost and southernmost point, respectively. Name those 13 states in 4 minutes. Time begins now.
Locked in.
This is one of those situations you feel like you know the United States map better than you do when you're actually like trying to go through it in your head.
There's a reason I chose this question.
Oh no, I know. It's like I said, it's a great question for that exact reason. That's one of the things I like about this question.
Minute and a half left.
Okay, I'll lock in.
All right. Not waiting for the 4 minutes to be done. We have our 13 answers. Let's start by listing these off. John, I've got you listed first here, so go ahead and give me your 13 states.
All right. I've got Nevada, California, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming.
Whoa. Bro. I wrote down Nevada. Let's go a little bit slower.
Nevada, California, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, which I'm worried about, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, North Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia.
Mike, give me your states.
A decent amount of overlap, I think. I have Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas, North Carolina, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Maryland, and Delaware.
All right. Give me a minute. Let me get you your answers here.
All right. Now this is the point where Chris tells us like what we're all missing geographically.
Yeah, this is a fun one because there's a little bit of a point of contention because Utah is actually not.
I was very questionable on that one.
According to where the line gets drawn in whatever.
Is it that dip in Canada?
It's the dip in Canada, but it's where the Canada International Waters go on that lake. And I'm trying to remember which one of the Great Lakes it is. It brings it past the northwest tip of Utah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, no kidding. Okay.
And I'm trying to remember which lake it is. It's that one right there. It's Lake Erie. So when you look at it, where Canada's line goes in Lake Erie, it does take it past that little northwest tip. So the states that are correct are as follows: Colorado, Kansas. No one mentioned it, but Oklahoma City or Oklahoma.
I actually had Oklahoma. I was between Oklahoma and Utah, so that's funny.
Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina made it too. Okay.
North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia.
I thought about that.
Forget about West Virginia.
Maryland and Delaware.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, John, you have 7 correct there. Mike, you have 10. You get 3 points taken off, though. Keep that in mind. So, John, you're going to end up with 4. Mike, you're going to end up with 7, which means, John, you're going to pick up 8 points. Mike, you're picking up 14.
Great question.
Going into hot seat round 2.
I knew Canada dipped further south than a lot of folks think. I just forgot exactly how far south.
The other part is the part where Mexico connects with California and New Mexico. It's further north than if you go west in California.
Yep.
So it's very interesting there. All right. Our scores going into hot seat round 2. John, you're at 18. Mike, you're at 30. It's still anybody's game.
Is it, though?
It is.
Absolutely.
And with that, John, do you want to go first or second on hot seat round 2?
We'll try second.
All right, Mike, you are going to be going first here. I found out I was old the other day when I asked for someone to send me the PowerPoint deck, and apparently they're called slide decks now. So that was fun. Mike, we're going to start with you.
I'm older than you, and I've always referred to them as slide decks that I can recall.
Thank you. 10 points for John. All right, Mike. Your time is going to begin after I read your first question. Here we go. Mike, appropriately, where are the taste receptors commonly found on butterflies?
Their wings?
No, they're actually found on their feet.
Oh.
John,
Guess
what
that's
small island in the Caribbean is known as the Island of Spice?
Could be a lot of them. Aruba?
No, Grenada is what we're looking for.
Grenada.
Ah.
Mike,
I was trying to think if there was an island called Zig Zig. Ah.
Mike, who was George Michael's partner in the group Wham?
Andrew Ridgeley.
Andrew Ridgeley is correct. John, don't worry, I got a music question for you. Quote, I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain is a line from which song?
Oh, God.
There's only one song with that line.
I know. That's what I was...
Oh, okay. I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain is a line from what Prince song?
Yeah. It was like, I figured it out. And then once you narrowed it down to the artist, yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. I just don't listen to a lot of Prince. I think he's a fine musician, but I don't think he's as good as everyone like puts him out to be. So I don't listen to a lot of his music. Let's go with When Doves Cry.
I actually usually go with his mom Queen, but
that was really bad. And
really
actually,
bad.
well done. Actually, well done. It deserves a golf clap.
No, that's actually Purple Rain.
Never meant to cause you any sorrow. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's it. Yeah."
I didn't think I'd have to add the artist in there, but okay. Mike, going over to you. Which hockey team did Wayne Gretzky play for in the 1980s?
Edmonton.
The Edmonton Oilers is correct.
Oilers.
John, what electronic game of memory skill created a series of tones and lights that required the player to repeat the sequence?
I am hoping this is Simon.
It is, but you did not. I did not say give me the correct answer, so I cannot give you the points there. Now, Simon says give me the correct answer. Mike, going over to you.
That was bad.
I'm full of them tonight. I'm telling you.
You are, clearly.
Oh, God, I get to mispronounce Greek stuff now. Mike, in Greek mythology, Hamadryad's spirit guarded what?
Can you...
Hamadryads, Hamadryads.
Okay.
Hamadryads.
Why am I not surprised? I don't know why I should spell it. I'm like, that's not going to help. Spirit guarded what? The gates of Olympus.
Nope. Quite simply, they guarded trees.
Oh, cool. Okay.
John, who was the first Black Supreme Court justice in the United States?
Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall is correct. Mike, directed by Roman Polanski, what highly acclaimed mystery thriller from 1974 starred both Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway?
Forget it, Chris. It's Chinatown.
Chinatown is a correct answer. John, before his illustrious solo career, Peter Gabriel was a lead singer for which band?
A great band, Genesis.
Genesis is correct. Mike, which U.S. state has the largest migratory elk herd in the United States?
Ooh. Alaska?
No, Montana, actually.
Montana popped into my head first, and then I went, wait, but Alaska's bigger, so maybe. Anyway.
John, pink slime in their meat was a scandal that was linked to what fast food giant?
Oh, I can't remember this. Was it McDonald's?
It was McDonald's. Nicely done. Mike.
And I never realized how dirty it sounded. Anyway.
Mike, what phrase was coined to describe the short growth of a man's facial hair, which first became a popular fashion trend in the 1980s?
Oh, shoot. I'm between
I realize
two.
it's trendy.
I'm between two here. Peach fuzz?
No, it'd be called designer stubble.
Oh, never mind. I was between. It wasn't either one.
John, Richards, Wyman, Jones, Watts, and Stewart are all associated with what band? I've obviously omitted their first names.
Rolling Stones?
Yep.
Rolling Stones is correct. Mike, cilantro is another name for which herb?
Oh man.
You better get this.
No, I always forget that these two things are the same thing, and I'm drawing a blank on what it is. I'm I'm bad with food shit. I'm gonna fuck.
Can I answer this if he gets it wrong for no
I'm
points?
gonna know it as soon as you say it, but I'm just not pulling it.
For no points, John?
It's coriander.
Coriander, that's right.
That is correct. John, heading over to you. What is the fitting name given to a collection or group of lions?
Pride.
Something Mike has little of. Pride is a correct answer. Mike.
Certainly after that last question. Yep.
In the movie Good Will Hunting, Will first solves a difficult equation attributed to which French mathematician?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God.
I don't know. Maybe Fermat was French. I don't know.
No, it'd be Joseph Fourier.
Fourier. Like
that guy.
the Transformer guy.
John, how many measures of Gordon's gin are in a Vesper, James Bond's martini?
How many measures? 2.
3, actually.
Yeah.
Mike, the Beatles songs The Fool on the Hill, Your Mother Should Know, and I Am the Walrus are from which film soundtrack?
Magical Mystery Tour.
Magical Mystery Tour is correct. John, the lead singer of which rock band launched the first Lollapalooza festival in 1991?
Jane's Addiction.
Jane's Addiction is correct. I'm glad that didn't go over to Mike because that came up on our last recording. So, hey, there you go. Mike, which website launched in the year 2000 allowed users to submit photographs of themselves so that others could rate their attractiveness on a scale of 1 to 10?
I spent a disturbing amount of time on this website back in
Same.
2000. Hotornot.com.
Hot or Not is correct.
God, I really wish you hadn't brought back that.
Wow. Yeah, that brings all kinds of inappropriate memories. But
It really does.
We're not the people we were back in 2000, gentlemen. We are better.
Thank God, I hope so.
John, which 1982 film was greatly accepted by film fans for its portrayal of the love between a young, fatherless suburban boy and a lost, benevolent, homesick visitor?
E.T.?
E.T. is correct. Mike, what word meaning praise looks plural but is actually singular and should be used with a singular verb?
What word meaning praise? Praise?
Correct. Praise. Praise.
Looks plural.
But is actually singular and should be used with a singular verb.
Kudos?
Kudos is correct. Nice pull. John, gynophobia, gynophobia, is the irrational fear of what?
There's no way that it means what it sounds like it means. Could you say it one more time?
Gynophobia is the irrational fear of what?
Women?
Women is correct.
Okay.
Mike, though he was 21 when it all wrapped up, how old was Daniel Radcliffe when he first joined how old was Daniel Radcliffe when the first Harry Potter film came out?
Oh, geez, Louise. All right. I can figure this out. He's 21. I'm going to say he was 11.
Oh, he's actually 12.
12. Okay, I was between 11 and 12. Okay.
John, the singles Love Story and White Horse are tracks on what singer's second studio album?
Taylor Swift?
Baby Just Say Yes. Taylor Swift is a correct answer. Mike, which pesky creature became an internet favorite after it was filmed dragging a slice of pizza down subway stairs in New York?
Pizza Rat?
Pizza Rat or Rat is a correct answer. John, we're going to go ahead and head on over to you. Which prisoner, dubbed, quote, the most violent prisoner in Britain, was the subject of a 2009 film?
I don't even have the foggiest clue.
A gentleman by the name of Charles Bronson.
Like the Charles Bronson?
Not the same Charles Bronson.
Okay.
I was gonna say, no way. Interesting. Guess he had a death wish. I don't know. You invited me on.
You son of a bitch. Mike, we're going to you next. What is the name for the dessert made from phyllo pastry filled with chopped nut and sweetened with syrup or honey?
Baklava?
Baklava is correct.
Sounds
John,
good right now, doesn't it?
God, now I want baklava.
Me too. John, which iconic actor, known best for his contributions to the world of science fiction television, directed the 80s comedy 3 Men and a Baby?
I believe that was Harold Ramis.
Oh, no, it's Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Mike. The Pink Pony Fund, not club, is a philanthropic initiative focused on breast cancer care and prevention. The initiative was associated with what apparel giant? Sorry. I got you when I wrote the question. What clothing company is the Pink Pony Fund associated with?
No, I mean, I got it. I just don't know because I don't pay any attention to clothing at all.
Clearly.
We
clearly,
can't
exactly.
talk, John.
What's that?
We can't talk.
I know.
I honestly don't know the Gap.
Not a bad guess. It's actually Ralph Lauren.
Okay.
John, which writer, while working a night job at a Mississippi power plant, wrote "As I Lay Dying" in 42 days?
No idea.
Mike, you have any idea?
Faulkner.
That'd be William Faulkner for no points. Mike,
I tried to read that book and failed miserably. I'm not a Faulkner fan.
Yeah, I've never read any of his stuff.
Mike, going over to you. Who dropped a hammer and a feather on the moon to demonstrate that without air they fall at the same rate?
I mean, okay, this is a 1 in 12 shot. I guess I'll just say I'll say Neil Armstrong.
No, David Scott on Apollo 15.
Okay.
John, at health spas, slices of what vegetable are commonly placed over a person's eyes to reduce swelling?
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers is correct. Mike, what comedic film ends with the lead character staging an elaborate puppet musical about Dracula?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I look at it as trying to forget Marshall's penis. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is correct.
That too. Yeah.
John, nobody puts baby in a corner is a line from which movie?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing is correct, although
At least I got the easy one.
You were being a brat. You deserve to be put in a corner. You're in timeout. Mike, which British university was instrumental in coining the term scientist, first used in 1834?
Oxford?
Cambridge, actually.
Cambridge. Okay. It's a 1 in 2 shot. I'm sure there are other British universities that are wonderful, but it's a 1 in 2 shot.
It is. John, who invented the cotton gin?
Eli?
I'm going to need Jeopardy
I
rules
know.
here.
I was like, I couldn't remember if his first name was Eli or his last name was Eli. Shit. I'm not going to pull it, am I? I don't know. Eli something. Sorry.
And unfortunately, Eli Whitney is what we're looking for.
Whitney.
There. Mike, going over to you.
I almost said like, how will I know or something like that, but I wasn't sure. Anyway.
Well, John got that answer in just in time for both of you to get one more question. Mike.
Whoop, whoop.
Harlan Ellison, Frederick Pohl, and Samuel Delany are all literary giants in which world? Or what type of genre? Sorry.
Science fiction?
Science fiction is correct. John, last question goes to you. It is commonly believed that baseball originated from an English game called what? It shares a name with the 1998 Matt Damon film.
Rounders.
Rounders is correct. And with that, round 2 of the hot seat has come to a close. Mike, you're picking up 10 points. That brings you to 40. John, you're picking up 13. That brings you to 31 as we go into our wager round. Mike, you got yourself a 9-point lead. The wager round works like this. I'm going to give you 3 categories. You're going to wager your points in any way, shape, or form that you want on those 3 categories. You're wagering on the categories alone. You're not going to hear the questions until your wagers are locked in. You can break up your points in any way, shape, or form that you want, with a couple of exceptions. 1, you must wager whole numbers only. 2, your total wager between those 3 questions or 3 categories cannot exceed your total allotment of points that you have right now. Gentlemen, are you ready for your wager categories?
Let's do it.
Could you tell me my score one more time? I'm sorry.
It's currently 40-31.
31. Thank you.
Your 3 categories are actors and their roles, baseball, and current events. Actors and their roles, baseball, and current events. Lock in your wagers now. Wagers are locked in. It's time to get your questions. We're going to start off with question number 1. The category was actors and their roles. Though perhaps better known for a leading role as a private investigator in a groundbreaking 1988 film, what British actor also portrayed real-life bad guys Benito Mussolini and Manuel Noriega during his career?
Locked in.
I'll go ahead and lock in.
All right. Moving on to question number 2. The category was baseball. The origin of what baseball team's name comes from an allegation from the Philadelphia Athletics after this team allegedly stole Philadelphia's highly touted second baseman Lou Bierbauer prior to the 1890 season.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Moving on to question number 3. Your category was current events. What food chain that operates over 30,000 locations across 150 countries is getting fried online because in February of this year, it announced it would relocate its corporate headquarters to Plano, Texas?
I'll lock in.
Locked in.
All right. Let's go question by question through this, but we're going to just go ahead and flip this thing on its head. We're going to start with question number 3. Number 3, your category was current events. What food chain that operates over 30,000 locations across 150 countries is getting fried online because in February of this year, it announced it would relocate its corporate headquarters to Plano, Texas? John, your answer and your wager.
I'm hoping this is KFC, and I wagered 0.
Mike, answer and wager.
I wagered 3 on this one, and much like John, I think that the fact that I think it actually just stands for KFC now, but the fact that it was so famously associated with Kentucky, I felt like would have given this some controversy. So I said KFC.
And I didn't notice that you said fried in the question until you reread it. So
I threw fried in there. KFC is a correct answer. Mike, you're going to pick up 3, bringing you to 43. John, you're going to hang tough at 31. Question number 2, the category was...
Sorry.
You're
See
good.
if you got the right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the show's over, guys. We'll see y'all later. Question number 2, the category was baseball.
Just take a step by step. I'm done. Sorry.
The origin of what baseball team's name comes from an allegation from the Philadelphia Athletics after this team allegedly stole Philadelphia's highly touted second baseman Lou Bierbauer prior to the 1890 season. Mike, your answer and your wager.
It took me a little minute to get there. I wagered 8 on this one. It took me a bit to get there, but it finally kind of made sense. I'm guessing this is the Pittsburgh Pirates.
John, your answer and your wager.
Yeah, for some reason in my head I was like Steelers. No, Steelers is football. So what's similar to? Oh, same town, Pirates. Yeah, I put Pirates, and I wagered 1.
Oh, Mike, you're going to pick up your 8 points. John, you're picking up the 1. They were alleged in the actual allegation. They were alleged of pirating.
Yep, makes sense.
Your scores currently sitting right now 51-32. Mike's got the lead. It all comes down to your question in the category of actors and their roles. Though perhaps better known for a leading role of a private investigator in a groundbreaking 1988 film, what British actor portrayed real-life bad guys Benito Mussolini and Manuel Noriega during his career? John, your answer and your wager.
All right, I didn't get this from the Mussolini and Noriega angle, and I'm just hoping that the year is right, and I'm going to go with Eddie Valiant himself, Bob Hoskins.
Mike, your answer and your wager.
Well, I hate myself because that's exactly who it is. 100%. Jesus, my brain was in a completely different area of film, and I couldn't get out of it. Yeah, it's 100% Bob Hoskins. I wagered 12 on this one. You'd think I would know by now that for some reason, Chris's movie questions always throw me for, even it's by far my best category, his movie-related questions always throw me for a loop. I got hung up. Private investigator somehow got me, like, right away. My brain went to Manhunter, which was a little earlier than 88. And then I got hung up on Brian Cox, who wasn't even the investigator. He was Hannibal Lecter, but I couldn't get away from this. And I just, that your brain locks in on something and can't get away from it. I was all over the place. I never came to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's a brilliant answer. But I locked in with Brian Cox.
Eddie Valiant himself, Bob Hoskins, is a correct answer. And with that, John, you're going to pick up the win tonight. Final score, 64-39. Nicely done, my friend. Nicely done.
Here's the shitty thing. I actually wanted to lose
because
I wanted to do my revenge game.
Hey, we're going to do both revenge games. Yours is going to come second.
Okay.
Mike, do you remember what your revenge game topic was?
I do, and I was sort of regretting it when John, like, seamlessly, without hesitation, got the one question related to this that came up during the hot seat round. But I decided I throw Chris a lot of weird ones. I was like, here's one that you know really well. You probably won't even have to do a whole hell of a lot of research to do. And I said, let's go with the MCU.
The MCU is what we're going to go with. It is going to be 10 general knowledge trivia questions, and that will drop on our Patreon feed here on Friday or Saturday of this week. So feel free, if you want to support the show and you want to hear it, patreon.com/PTEBB is your best place to do that. While you're at it, support our good friends over at Throwback Trivia Takedown. John, where can they find your stuff?
If you search Throwback Trivia Takedown on any podcatcher or whatever you listen to podcasts on, you're bound to find it. You can also go to bfopnetwork.com and search for us there.
Well, there you go. Hey, we hope you had a good time. Gentlemen, did you guys have fun playing trivia with me tonight?
I had a blast.
Always. Absolutely. Great time.
Hey,
I'm still so fucking pissed at myself, though, for not feeling Bob Hoskins.
That's going to eat at you all day at work tomorrow.
All you had to do was throw me Mario. No, I'm just kidding. That makes, as soon as he said it, I was like, son of a bitch.
The original version of that question had the characters' names in there. And I'm like, Eddie Valiant's too easy.
Eddie Valiant would have been a dead giveaway. Absolutely.
Yeah. It would have been Fezziwig, would have been the next one. I'm like, I don't think anyone remembers him from the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol, but,
No.
All right. You know what? You've heard enough from us tonight. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
I'm John.
And I'm Mike.
We'll see you next week. Until then, have a good one.